So in my personal opinion, I believe that Patrick Williams is the biggest sleeper in the entire draft. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because I was watching some mock drafts, some things, and then I saw the Pistons potentially, apparently the Pistons are very interested in taking Patrick Williams. And me as a Pistons fan, I'm like, all right, who is this dude? So I did my research about him, and I was like, oh, shoot. This dude is a sleeper, and they're talking about Obi Toppin, they're talking about LaMelo, they're talking about Onyeka Okongwu being the next Bam, but nobody is talking about Patrick Williams for real. And I'm like, I looked at him, and I'm about to give y'all detailed reasons why I believe that this dude could be potentially the best player. Well, not the best player, but the sleeper player, the one that nobody's going to expect. You're going to look back 10 years and be like, wow, how did he fall to 8 or 9? I'm about to give y'all the reasons why. So first off, Patrick Williams is 19 years old, 6'7", 6'8", 215 pounds, but it's anywhere between 215 and 228 because everywhere I looked, the size, his mass varied. Now in college, when you first look at the glance of these stats, he averaged 9 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal, 83% from the free throw line, which is pretty good for a power forward, and 32%. Now remember those numbers: 83% from the free throw line and 32% from the 3-point line. And looking at those stats at first glance, you're like, all right, he isn't a scorer, but he has to have more to him, right? And he does, because Patrick Williams is a versatile, athletic stretch four. And in today's NBA, he's what you need in today's NBA. If you're building a championship team, you need those guys, those grit and grind, those defenders, those athletic fours who can hit threes as well on your team. And that's what Patrick Williams is. 32% from the 3-point line. That's better than LaMelo Ball, and that's better than Anthony Edwards. And those are the top 2 players in most mock drafts. And he shoots better than both of them from the 3-point line. And at the free throw line, 83% as a stretch 4. I'm pretty satisfied with him shooting 83% from the free throw line. And I believe most teams who are looking at him as well. Now, and I was looking at his comparisons, according to sports.net, he's similar to OG Anunoby. He's an explosive combo forward, and that's just a combination that you see on games like 2K that, I go over there, I be trying to cheese, and I create a explosive combo. That's just something you don't really see in real life, but that's Patrick Williams. Now, the possible teams that will take Patrick Williams is at number 5 will be the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the reason why they could do that is because year after year after year, we always hear about Kevin Love. Is he going to Portland? Is he going to we always hear he's not going to Houston anymore since Houston is blowing everything up. But in previous years, we heard about that. We always hear about Kevin Love getting traded, and if you draft somebody at number 5, if you draft Patrick Williams at Cleveland, You got your replacement right there for Kevin Love. Kevin Love, he's getting up there in age. I believe he's 34 right. Wait, no, he's 32 or 33 right now. He's getting up there in age, and his game is slowly fading, especially playing on the bad Cleveland Cavaliers team. I say, even if you're not going to trade Kevin Love, you draft Patrick Williams, and you see where you can go from there. At 7, I'm looking at my Detroit Pistons. We have Blake Griffin, we have Sekou Doumbouya, we have Christian Wood, and those are basically our main core for big men. And, we can take Onyeka Okongwu, we can take Obi Toppin, but, I wouldn't be mad if we took somebody, a sleeper pick that nobody's really looking at, Patrick Williams. If we take him at number 7, I wouldn't be too mad. If we have a combination where we put Patrick Williams at the 4, we move Sekou to the 3, we have Christian Wood at the 5, re-sign him in the offseason, I think as a Pistons fan, you got to be happy with that. And lastly, looking at the New York Knicks at number 8, Julius Randle, he was great when he was by himself on the New Orleans Pelicans, but on this Knicks team, give him the ball and he just goes in the post, inside scoring. It's just an old school type. And I don't really think that, you can really build with your center, 21 years old. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year one day. Mitchell Robinson, I don't really think you should package Mitchell Robinson with Julius Randle, who's 27 years old. I say pick up a Patrick Williams, who is 19 years old, and you can grow with him. Now, for some of the negatives that's known about Patrick Williams, that he's pretty inconsistent. In college, he came off the bench, actually, which, you can look at that and be like, why, if he's so good, why did he come off the bench? You could look at that and make the point. But he's known as an inconsistent player. He has a decent post game and a decent inside scoring, which you may or may not be interested in having. and he's not. I looked at this. They say he's not assertive on offense, and what that means is like, have you ever played a basketball game where you bring the ball up the court and then everybody's just standing there, not doing off-ball screens, just sitting in the same position? They're basically saying that's what Patrick Williams does. He doesn't really look like he knows what he's doing, and that's a concern. But I believe at the NBA level, you can eventually teach this dude, okay, set off-ball screens here, down screens here. Your point guard is bringing the ball up the court. He puts his hand up. Go set him a screen. Don't just be looking around looking stupid, okay? So, yeah, that's Patrick Williams for y'all. The Pistons could possibly take him. Cavs could possibly take him. Knicks could possibly take him. I was looking. He's projected anywhere from between 4 to 8. So, I don't think he's going to the Hawks. And, if I were to bet my money on it, I would say, because apparently the Pistons are really in love with him. And if the Pistons don't trade up, I'm looking at us. I mean, not us. I'm looking at the Pistons either taking Tyrese Halliburton or Patrick Williams. Doing my research about this dude, an athletic, versatile player, a power forward who can guard positions 1 through 4, sometimes even the 5. He can challenge the 5 at least. You got to be, when I was doing my research, I was just very pleased and happy about looking at this prospect. Like he looks like a sleeper that nobody's really paying attention to, unless you're really a basketball scout, a basketball nerd. But the mass majority, they're looking at guys like LaMelo Ball, Denny Avdija, Obi Toppin, Onyeka Okongwu, and Everest. And before I end this video, I just want to say I'm not really a believer in Obi Toppin like that. I believe that the Cavs, apparently the Cavs are really considering taking him. I'm not really a big fan of Obi Toppin. If he came to the Pistons, I wouldn't be happy with that. But that's this video. Patrick Williams, I believe, is a sleeper. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Tomorrow I'm going to be live streaming the first 7 or 8 picks of the NBA draft, giving y'all my live thoughts, because I'm lazy and I do not feel like recording a full video about that. So let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I'm out.